Bank Negara recently raised its overnight policy rate, or OPR, by 25 basis points to 3%. Dr. Carmelo Ferlito, CEO of the Center for Market Education, explains the reasoning behind the move and addresses concerns that people might have.
I do believe that Bank Negara decided to go for another round of OPR hike because when weighing the two main factors at play, the risk of an economic slowdown and the persistence of inflationary pressures, they probably consider the second element, inflationary pressures, be more a source of concern when compared to the first one. And indeed, they mentioned that the reduction of unemployment may bring people to spend more money in consumption, and therefore this may bring more pressures on consumer prices. Therefore, they think that this is an element that is important to control. There is a concern about the additional costs that this measure could have on businesses and consumers, in particular for people that have a loan for their car, for their house, and etc. And I do understand this concern, but I want to make a little bit a step back, because otherwise we risk to tackle the matter in an ideological and populistic way. The purchasing power of people was eroded by inflation. Is not eroded by an increase in the OPR. The increase in the OPR is somehow a necessary and costly measure that we need to adopt if we want to seriously tackle inflation. So I invite the people to take this measure positively as a serious attempt to tackle inflation. And while this measure could be painful, to tackle inflation means also to try to restore purchasing power of the people. So it is something that has long-term benefits.
So, will the OPR be raised again in the near future? Dr. Carmelo said that would very much depend on how the economy progresses, taking into account global pressures as well.
The likelihood of another hike depends very much on the evolution of the economy. Bank Negara has been very clear on that. They will evaluate moment by moment how the economy progress, and if they feel that the economy is on the right track, is normalizing, and we have more to fear from further price tensions than from economic slowdown, they may go for a further hike, also looking at what happened overseas, in particular in the United States with the Federal Reserve. While if the global uncertainty, geopolitical tensions will prevail and create more tensions on the general evolution of the economy, they may decide to pause.